Alright guys, today on DK Garage we're going to be working on the fastest car in our garage at the moment, which is my G6E Turbo, which is basically just a fancy G6E, fancy XR6 Turbo. Just means it's got a nicer interior and stuff, and we're going to start off with doing a turboside intake, which I'll show you when we get to the shed. Alrighty, so currently in the car and I'm going to try and do a little beforehand dose. It does dose, but you might not catch it on camera, we'll see. Yeah. Alrighty, we're at the place of work. Gotta chuck it down the shed. Hopefully it's not too full to work in, because there's a piece of shit broken car down there right now. Give me a second. So Kyle is currently not here for this video, and he's gonna be so mad that I'm doing it without him, but stuff it. I've had to wait with these mods for weeks while we've been fixing that thing right down there, because it's always got issues, because it's not a Ford, it's not reliable. So I've just decided to go ahead and send it. So here we are in the shed. This is the reason it's taken so long for me to get around to my car. That would be this transmission on the ground and a big hole in this car. Because he somehow managed to absolutely shear in half the throw-out bearing on this thing, left him stranded in Ipswich, and we had to go and save him with a trailer at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night, which was amazing. But today I'm going to be working on my baby, and it makes me happy. She's going to get some mods, she's going to love me. Yeah, let's get cracking. Alright, this is current engine bay. Nice and tidy thing, even from factory they're still quite tidy and not too messy. Currently the intake comes from turbo up along this crossover pipe into the airbox here. Now at the bottom of the airbox there's a snorkel that comes to the front of the car, feeds air into it. And what we're going to be doing today, deleting this whole crossover section, coming to here. A pipe like this is going to do a 90-degree bend to where the battery is, and that's where the pod filter will be. And this battery is then going to be placed over here where the airbox currently is. I'll show you the kit. Just in here, this is called a ANTZ performance intake kit. Comes with everything you need, and you'd hope so, because they're about $500 for a cheap one. Which, I mean, it's not too bad, but still. So we got an elbow, we got silicone joiner, we got a big old pod filter with all your clamps, battery relocation kit and tray. And I don't know if I'm going to do it this video or next video, but I also have a catch can that is going to be being mounted in the back somewhere. Give me a sec, I'll get it out for you. Catch can. Yep, going to be mounted in the back corner somewhere, I'll figure it out. And yeah, that's that. I'm going to start pulling this thing apart, and I don't know, Kyle wants me to do some touch-ups on these purple brakes, because I don't know if it was the prep or what, but some of it is starting to go a bit funny. So I'll sort that out as well, I guess. Now I'm not exactly 100% sure on where to start with this kit, but what I'm going to do is remove the battery, remove this crossover section, and then, I don't know, there might be instructions in there. I really haven't had a good luck yet, but pull this bad boy out for now. Oop. Oop. Still got to undo that, and then I can reef it out. Alright, here she comes. That's that. And then pull this bad boy out as well. Great. Looks like we've had a little battery acid leak. I'll touch that up before I actually put the intake in the hay, I guess. Damn. Alright. Alright, I just hit it up with a wire wheel a bit, got rid of some of the surface rust. I guess I hit it with some Rust-Oleum, and then I might even have some colour-coded paint for the car, so I might give that a little respray. I'm just going to clean this up with some grease and wax first, and then chuck some Rust-Oleum down, I guess. Bit of progress. Pulled out this bad boy from here. It's an overpipe, goes to the intercooler. Also hit that with the grease and wax, letting it dry up a little bit. The reason I took the piping out is so I could cover up some more with that cardboard and not get a lot of overspray on everything. Yeah. I have made a bit of progress since I last updated you. So, airbox is out. It's over here. Cross section's out, also over there. Got everything off the turbo. See? I gave this a quick spray of Rust-Oleum. I will give it another coat and then hit it with the actual color coat so it doesn't look like complete trash. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going from here, so guess we'll keep trucking along. So, I think what this kit really wants you to do is do the actual intake side first, but because I'm going to let this dry, I have decided to do the battery side first, which meant I used this tray. I had to do that, sitting in there, line up these two holes, and I drilled out that one, and there's one up on the corner there as well. And you probably don't need to do that because we're using self-tappers, but I decided to do pilot holes just to make it easier. After that, I think the tray goes in, then you just got to find where your leads go. Yeah. So we'll screw this bad boy in. Tray is now in and sturdy. It's time to put the wiring in. Been doing quite a bit of work. So first of all, taped off the old terminal so it doesn't short on anything. Run the actual wires for this bad boy. She's all bolted in now, like the plate anyway. Had to obviously ground this one to the old airbox point, and the new power wire is going. I had to run it down to the starter motor. You can't quite see it down there, it's further down, but seems to be good. We're getting spark there, which means it is, working anyway. And now this is dry. I did a little coat of the color match stuff. You still sort of see the rust patches, but as long as it's not coming through, I'm not too concerned. Yeah, so we're actually starting on the proper intake now, which is good. Alrighty, so she's all routed. Haven't got the top on yet because I'm about to start it and take the pod off and see how wicked it sounds without a pod. I will be running it with a pod, but for now, haven't plugged that off yet, but because it's only running for a little bit, shouldn't really do anything because that will be going to a catch can eventually. Battery is all connected and hooked up with the bracket on top. You got to cut these bad boys short so they don't hit your bonnet. Other than that, she is ready to rock and roll, so I'm going to start it and hopefully do a couple of revs, not too loud, and see how she goes. Time to see if it even starts. Seems to start just fine. I'll let it warm up just a tiny bit and then we will give it some squirts. Alrighty, as a continuation to the intake video, because we take over the crossover section and there is now a open breather from the valve cover, what we tend to do is attach that to a catch can. Now I have a catch can here. What I've done is made up a bracket that attaches to the back of it and then attaches to the bolt from that reservoir, which means that I can sit it in right there nice and comfy, and I can get one of these lines to come back to the bulb on the intake down there and the other line to go to the breather. And then the catch can is all sorted. Pretty simple thing, I believe. Just coming along nicely, fellas. It's all mounted in to the bracket back there. Got some hosing to this one, which is clamped. I would like to neaten that up some other time, but for now this is all I got. Just going to run that to the in there, out, straight to there, using this hose. Guess I'll show you when it's done, huh? Alrighty, well I believe I'm pretty much done for the day in terms of this stuff. I'll show you the catch can now that it's finished. There's a catch can there, she's got a couple wires on her. This out follows all the way down under the reservoir to this nipple on the intake, because the pod's in there. The in, follow it along all the way up, hopefully it doesn't get too hot sitting there, around and then onto the valve cover breather. That's the catch can setup with the new intake. I'm going to take it for a ride and mob a bit, I guess. Okay, so basically this thing, sorry there's a person, just give me this. This thing is rowdy as fuck. That was just a little squirt. I'll wait until I can actually get it under some load for you and get a good one, I reckon. Alrighty, I'm gonna do it up this little